Okay, welcome back. Double Dragon 3, The Sacred Stones. Usually regarded as the weakest of the Double Dragon trilogy on the NES. I haven't played this game in years. I gave it a once-over the other day. And I do agree, it is the weakest. It's very hard, and it's not very fun. I thought it might be interesting to talk a little bit about the Double Dragon lore, I guess you could call it. I know I joked about the movie in my last... I did the Double Dragon 1 vid I did the other day. And of course I did Double Dragon 2, The Revenge, years ago. I still regard that as the best of the trilogy. This game felt very rushed when I played it. There were a couple things that stuck out to me. One is that the enemies have a dash attack and you do not. Like they forgot to program one. The enemies, I mean, they are relentless. They just keep coming at you. But what happens is for each screen, all the enemies come at you two at a time, constantly until you've wiped them all out. So if you don't advance at all and you just fight the enemies, you know, each wave of enemies, then you still have to make it all the way to the end. It's strange, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in. One player. And it's not a two-player co-op game, which is probably why, another reason why this game is not looked kindly upon. Okay, here comes the infamous Bimmy and Jimmy screen. Alright, something that really sucks about this game is you can fight them straight up, but it's not really that smart to do it because they will get in pot shots. Your best bet is the tornado kick, hurricane kick, helicopter kick, whatever you call it. Oof. Already getting, like, the enemies just crush you. I will say that the helicopter kick is, or whatever you call it, I always called it the hurricane kick, is surprisingly effective. The enemies just walk right into it. And in Double Dragon, The Revenge, the enemies are really good at avoiding the kick. It's almost worthless. You want to do the knee attack or the uppercut. So yeah, it's just annoying. And also, I will say this, the executing the hurricane kick is very generous on this game. I felt like it was a bit trickier to pull off in the second Double Dragon game. But you basically want to keep moving up and down because anytime a new enemy comes, they just run at you and immediately go for jump attacks. So this isn't very fun, you know, just spamming the hurricane kick. It's really the only way to get far in the game. It would be... by the way, here's what I was talking about earlier. I've wiped out all the enemies. And you just run to the other side. So yeah, there's no dash attack. You can do a wall jump, and there is like a throwing maneuver, but they're not that useful. So it feels like your moves are very limited. You don't even have the knee attack or the uppercut that you have in Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. You're just stuck with... You can do the grappling, but the grappling is suicide because if you grapple someone, the other enemy is going to run and jump attack you. Every time. They could and should have made the combat more fair, a little more balanced. Okay, is this the boss of the first level? So we will use our weapon. Uh-oh, he's got a... Of course he has a dash attack. And that's the end of level 1. The game just isn't that fun. Like, I feel like the combat in Double Dragon 2 The Revenge is much more fair to the player. I'll tell you what I'll do is if I... when I get down to the last enemy on a screen, I'll engage them in straight-up combat so you can see a little bit of what it looks like. If you try to do straight-up combat, though, you're probably going to get killed. But man, it's just so lame and unfair that the enemies just gang rush you. Every time a new enemy comes, they run straight at you and go for a jump attack. Like right there. There's the Great Wall of China. That is probably one of the only redeeming things about this game, is that it does have, you know, fighting around the world, which is kind of cool, but it's not enough to make up for the poor combat. And I guess now would be as good a time as any to talk about the lore of Double Dragon. What exactly is the lore? It's kind of tough to say because, especially with this game, I was under the impression that Double Dragon was supposed to be like a I'd always heard that it was supposed to be like a post-apocalyptic type universe. But, and you can I guess it's kind of a stretch. The world does look it's supposed to be like a modern post-apocalyptic in, you know, Double Dragon 1 and 2. And it's kind of a stretch, but you can, I guess, kind of see it. I know they were going for that in the movie, and it also kind of doesn't work. It's very strange. It asks you to kind of stretch your imagination. But in this one, I don't see the post-apocalyptic angle at all. This is just a very... Okay, we'll engage her in straight up him in straight up combat. All right, here is Chin. No idea who he's talking about in the Shadow Warrior. Alright. But yeah, this world doesn't feel post-apocalyptic at all. And of the 3 Double Dragons, this feels the least post-apocalyptic. So I never quite got that angle with Double Dragon. Alright, now these guys are brutal. The only saving grace is that now we have a second character. Now we can play as Chin. He's pretty slow though, so against these enemies, he's really not worth it. Just what you want in a Double Dragon game. And this is no fun, just spamming the hurricane kick. Alright, we're gonna have to switch to Chin. He's gonna have to bail us out because not doing so hot with Jimmy. I'll give him that. He doesn't have speed, but he does have power. Okay, boss time. Where is the boss? He cheap shotted me before the dialogue. Alright, this is the third playable character if we can beat him. I'd like to. He's got really good speed, though, so he's going to be tough to catch. Okay, I think we can take this guy. Tell you what, we'll see. Maybe we can use his Iron Claw. Oh, nice. Okay, this is going to bring us to Mission 4, Italy. So I'm very much on something of a personal quest. I would like to be able to beat one of the 3 Double Dragon games. I'm thinking I'd like to be able to beat Double Dragon 2 The Revenge. You know, I've done it using the suspend state on the NES Mini, but that's not the same. I want to be good enough to be able to beat it, to string together a run and beat it. Same with Super C. I want to beat that one. I want to beat Ninja Gaiden 3. Jackal. Someday I'd like to beat Castlevania 3. Curse of Dracula, that's another tough one. And TMNT 3, The Manhattan Project. I got kind of a wish list of games I want to be able to beat. Alright, we're going to switch back to Jimmy Lee. There we go. Back to spamming the Cyclone Kick, whatever you want to call it. And I think at this point we get continues too. It's either here or Egypt. Okay, let's switch it up since we're getting our butt kicked. Let's try out the new guy for a change. He's got a little more reach. Speed might be better. Oh, he does seem a bit weaker though. When you play a game like this, where, you know, there's always the promise of the game getting a little bit better when you get a little further and unlock a character. I'm thinking of X-Men 2 Clone Wars, where you can get Magneto, or Maximum Carnage, Spider-Man and Venom team up, where you can play as Venom. There's always, you know, you're always like, as a kid, you struggle to get to the part where you can finally play as like the new awesome character, and then you finally get it. This guy's pretty good, the ninja Ranzao. Alright, now I don't want to lose Ranzao, so we're going to switch to Chin. Oof, and I really don't want to get cornered here. Okay, good. We're out of the corner. Oof, this guy's got pretty gnarly speed. He's going to kick my ass. Alright, hopefully we don't die with Jimmy, but we're going to try using some nunchucks. Oh, very fortunate. And I apologize for the swearing. Alright, Mission 5, Egypt. I think this is the last mission, but it's very long, and there's a boss gauntlet at the end. Oh boy, platforming and Double Dragon, this is what everyone loves. Nope. We've already lost Jimmy on accident. Okay, we're gonna switch to Ranzau. Even though I think without Jimmy, I don't know that we're going to be able to make it too far. Those jump attacks just incredibly cheap. You're defenseless. Oh, maybe I guess you have a little defense, but when they run and jump at you, forget it. And I guess Ranzau can't pick up weapons because he's already holding a sword. Alright, we're going to have to switch back to Chin. Oh my goodness. Oh, I should have picked Ranzau for the platforming section. Ranzau is clearly the best at platforming. He has a... Oh! Oh well. Alright, so do you get continues? You do get a continue. I'm not gonna, because I just wanted to show off the game. Admittedly, it's not very fun. You know, just that you need to be constantly spamming the helicopter, cyclone, tornado, hurricane kick, whatever you want to call it. You know, that eliminates so much joy of it right there. Double Dragon 2 is the best, and it's my hope that I can one day finally master it and beat it. Who knows, this might... Because this game, the cyclone kick is so much easier to roll off, and I think after this Egypt level is the only one with a lot of platforming. I may actually be able to beat it someday with just a little bit more practice. So, who knows? I want to beat 2, but if I can beat 3, as long as I can beat one of the Double Dragons, I'll be happy. This one, though, not very fun. So, we're going to try and do one of the Ninja Gaiden games soon. So, stay tuned.